Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Now Morning Show this morning. Ainka, how you doing this morning? You good?
I'm real good because I'm about to speak to somebody who is iconic, not just to the nation, but personally to me. I actually remember growing up and very distinctively hearing her voice and thinking, wow, such a strong voice, singing such powerful lyrics. I mean, some of them I wasn't allowed to sing, but she represented for the ladies. And this morning, joining us on the Now Morning Show is none other than Joanne Tigress Rowley. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me
in
our thing, Calypso History Month.
I understand that in the States it's actually Caribbean Heritage Month as well. I saw it recently.
Caribbean Heritage Month is celebrated, I want to say, in February. Some
okay.
celebrate it in February, some have celebrations in June also. But we, on the outside, we globally, we hold on to it, and we also celebrate Calypso History Month.
Lovely. I'm so honored to have you because, as you rightfully said, it's we thing. And you are one of the females that has become an icon for females in Calypso.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I thank the nation, Trinidad and Tobago, and I must say good morning to the viewers. And I must thank them and the Calypso gods for granting me that title and that honor.
Right. So let's get into that career, because as much as I grew up with it and others may know, if we were to walk through your career very briskly, you would have done some solo work, you'd have done so as a part of an incredible group, and of course, continue to do so. The Awesome Foursome, that's right. So which came first? Let's create a timeline then, if we were to walk a non-Calypso knowing person through your career.
Tigress came first. Tigress came in 1988, and Tigress came boldly into the Calypso arena.
I love
because that's where I claimed my space when I came in 1988 and made it all the way to the National Calypso Monarch Finals in the very first year, singing #1 in Skinner Park also.
Yeah.
So I claimed my space from since then. So Tigress came first, and United Sisters came in and around 1991, 1992.
Okay. Now, we can't talk about United Sisters. We're talking about the unfortunate passing of, again, another icon, another female in Calypso who would have shaped us. And I know that distance is going to make it even harder, you being over there in the US when this happened. Would you mind describing to me a little bit of what that felt like for you, the loss of singing Sandra?
And funny, that was, it's still, I don't know how to explain it up to today, I don't. Because we talk almost every day. If I don't hear Sandra by the evening, she'll call me, friend, where's that one? I hear you. You know, because on top of all the boldness that she will put on stage, she will talk very slow.
Yes.
And I spoke to her in the hospital. So to be awakened by the news, and funny enough, when I saw the call, I thought it was her. And I answered the phone and I said, friend, what you doing up at this hour? What I heard on the other end was not what I expected to hear, that Sandra was gone. It still is, it's still unreal. It still is. I remember the other day I dreamt something and I said, I have to call Sandra and ask her what she think about this. And I actually reached for my phone and I was like, shoot.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
But myself and Marva, we got each other. We speak sometimes 3-4 times every day. Good morning, Marvelous. Boom. That's our United Sister line.
I love it. I love that the alliance continues, because a common misconception in a lot of industries, whether it be music or in media, is that a lot of women don't get along. So here you guys are dispelling that myth completely.
Oh no. We had our differences. At that time, I and Sandra wasn't talking, but I go home by her. That have nothing to do with it. But we remain united. We remain united. It doesn't matter. Of course, we had our differences, but we remained united and we remained as sisters with each other.
I mean, what sisters don't fall out?
Yes, exactly. Which don't fall out. Yes, but we did.
Now, beyond that relationship, beyond the group, beyond the career of the 90s and earlier, we are looking at a time when Calypso isn't as mainstream as it used to be. This month of October, all the lights are shone on it, but during the year, we may or may not have as much energy towards that. Having been in the industry so long, how do you think we can handle that differently? What do you think we need to do to keep the Calypso flame burning, so to speak?
Well, one thing that I must say, while we are in a pandemic, we have to say thank God for the pandemic.
Mm.
While we are in a pandemic and we want it to end, because we want carnival, we want to be back on the stage, we
Right.
want to be singing to crowds. But I have seen ways that we have learned and come to know how to market ourselves. And that is one of the things that we Calypsonians have to do. We have to learn how to market ourselves. We have to learn how to rebrand and repackage ourselves. And I really hope that all these platforms that we are using right now, that we continue to do that, because we were forced to do that in the new abnormal normal. And I hope and pray that we continue to do that, because there is, while it have people that say Calypso is dying, it is not. It is just, it might need a little oxygen. That's all.
Well said. Well said. It need a little oxygen, but going strong.
Yeah, it just needs some little smelling salts.
I hear you. Now, as much as we are talking about the industry needing a little smelling salts, tell me a little bit as to what sort of flavor, what sort of vibe are you adding to the scene? Because, like you said, it has evolved with the changes and the challenges of the pandemic. How have you done so? What is next for Tigress?
Tigress is always busy. My life since losing, because I lost 2 sons, and since losing 2 sons, my therapy is to keep busy. So I forever keep busy. I am involved in Orlando Carnival. I am involved in South Carolina Carnival. I am involved in the Emancipation Committee in South Florida. So I keep busy, no matter, it could be what going on. I have a friend that has always asked me, know what you're getting yourself in. And right now I am involved in a beautiful initiative called the CCC Clash, which is it's not a competition, it's an exhibition.
Oh.
Where you have teams from 5 different countries coming together. But it's something like the cricket team, just to round it out quickly. And I live I'm on the outside, so I have a team from on the outside here. So Tigress is just always keeping busy. And it is a way, again, to rebrand and repackage Calypso, because each Calypso has to be presented in 5 minutes.
Oh.
And you have to come up with, how are you doing that? When a song like mine, Wajang, 4 verses is 13 minutes. You have to come up with a way of how are you going to package yourself in 5 minutes. So I am keeping busy. And by the way, my team is the Global Goliaths.
Oh, okay. So you have like a T20 of Calypso, I like it.
Yes, we have a T20 of Calypso going on right now, which I'm involved in. And it is the Grenada Rebels, the St. Kitts Legends, the Guyana Gladiators, and of course, Sweet TNT. We have TNT Punishing Punishers.
Look at that. I'm so glad that you're giving us these updates, and there's so much more to look forward to, which means...
The punching what?
The punishers. He heard punching, but we're going to leave that alone, because as I want to wrap up, I want to make sure that I get the chance to hear your sweet voice and Calypso lyrics one more time. So, I know you have 13 minutes in that Wajang song. Give me 30 seconds out of that one, or any other. Please bless my ears with some Calypso this morning, Tigress.
Well, seeing that this is Calypso History Month, and my name is Rowley, and it's a name that I wear with pride, which is Wajang, which is Wajang, I will go with Crossroads. Crossroads is a social commentary of mine that I sang in 2004, and it is only towards the upliftment of my country. Trinidad, although we at a crossroad, we can't let she drop, we can't let she flop, stand tall as a wall. TNT could never fall, Trinidad must rise like a volcano. That is my country, Trinidad and Tobago. But if I was singing Wajang, you know what I sing? My name is Rowley, as everyone knows, and it's a name that I wear with pride. I love that song because that song is so me.
Well, Tigress, we love you, and please continue in all the multitude of ways that you are continuing to keep Calypso very much alive, smelling salt and all. Thank you very much for joining us.
That's all we need, a little oxygen.
Oh gosh, and we will of course check in with you before the end of the month again, since so much is happening.
Yes,
in this
please do.
Calypso
Thank you
History
so
Month.
much for having me. I heard somebody said they were born in October.
That's me, October 21st.
And so am I. My birthday was Monday. Yes.
I will FedEx a little cake and black cake and thing and some rum
Well, you have to
and
FedEx too, because my granddaughter turned 18 the same day with me.
We are doing it. Happy belated birthday. Thank you for
Thank you.
celebrating
And my
with
grandson's birthday is today. He's 22 today. I kind of give
Hold on, you have a grandson at 20. You know what? We will talk to you soon. You have a great Friday. Thank you for kicking off our weekend so well.
Thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much for having me from Lexington, South Carolina.
Oh,
thank
boy.
you so much for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tigress joining us on Calypso History Month. One of the most perfect ways to celebrate this time, especially when we women would have been loving the revelry of Miami Carnival and still had to consider that it was marred by the loss of one of the band's masqueraders. I had a beautiful opportunity to go across and cover it and bring you some of the sights and sounds. So as we remember Calypso and where it has evolved into soca, we celebrate Miami Carnival with this.
Tell them I'm feeling good, like a new machine, like morning dew, fresh on the sea.
Next up, Ayinka at Miami Carnival. Brought to you by Nestle Nutrigo. Keep going.
And mass and people and excitement. So I am excited to get started. Miami Carnival 2021 is upon us. Let us go.
After almost 2 years of not being outside, Miami Carnival 2021 came and I went. Kicking things off on Friday night with Panorama, the organizers had the challenge of managing a new space as the event usually held at the Broward County Stadium was moved to the Miami-Dade Fairgrounds. Things got off to a late start but proved to be worth the wait as New York-based Metro Steel Orchestra took the title with a performance that would have had even the non-fans of Pan grooving to the sweet steel drum. The greens might have been a little smaller, okay, a lot smaller, but guest performances by Newtown Boys Steel and Trinidad All-Stars to bring down the curtains put me in the company of greats like Gypsy and Lord Nelson with real nice background music, so I was in my glee. It was surreal to be true. For a second, it felt like nothing changed. Nello still stripped down and wind down the place, and Gypsy bust an extempo that had the whole crowd going wild.
It should be taking me back to my country. If only could do that true, believe we could do it too. So I'm telling you, don't be surprised if we have Carnival 22.
Wait, what is it? Papa, yo. Well, that was what I needed to keep me going because the next step was Juve, which unlike Trinidad Juve, where you enjoy a few hours before the sun is up, patrons didn't mind the hot Florida sun. They come out to play.
Turn all the way up. Vibes, vibes, vibes.
The Miami Carnival is reputed as the largest in the Northern Hemisphere, which sees the entire diaspora being very well represented, from food to flags to performances. Though marred by the murder of Maya Makano, junior parade masquerader in the Broward Kiddies Carnival, this year's festivities was truly a reflection of the resilience of Caribbean culture. There was reverence in memory of Maya, tributes galore, and even the presence of her father and stepmother Giselle Iwasiwan. Their presence inspired us and reminded us to all keep going in the fight to protect women's rights to simple freedoms and basic safety. The Parade of the Bands was a spectacular display of exactly that, as women came out and showed out for the grand finale. Newcomers definitely learned to pace themselves as they had a lengthy route through the FIU grounds before crossing the coveted stage. But a seasoned masquerader like myself knew exactly how to make sure I kept going, with my Nestle Nutrigo, a costume change, and a golf cart. The success of Miami Carnival will probably be measured in terms of economic contributions to the Miami-Dade area, on how well it is managed during the pandemic, and other factors. But for me, it was a taste of freedom and festival that I hope will be more than just a fantasy for us in Trinidad and Tobago. Will it become a reality soon? I can't say. But where there's a will, there's a way, right? Good thing my name is Williams. Get it? No? Anyway, stay hydrated and stay safe, guys and gals. Till the next one, Ayinka will keep going. You got that joke, right? No? Okay. I go on.
Girl, you make my heart sing, yeah. Your body is calling, the feel of your body.
Tell them I'm feeling good, like a new machine, like morning dew, fresh on the sea.
Next up, Ayinka at Miami Carnival. Brought to you by Nestle Nutrigo. Keep going.
Good times. When I was avoiding the crowd by staying on the golf cart.
Ayinka, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That coverage was actually very well done. Good job. Good job.
And I managed to
And
test
you know
COVID
him,
negative.
he's not a man who is easily pleased. He just criticize everything.
No, but I think that the
No comment.
the carnival experience itself, you know, it is what it is. No matter where you are, no matter what country, some may have a longer route or a shorter route. No, I mean, I'm not going to compare directly, but I think whether you have a longer route or a shorter route,
It's
more
not
bands
it's
or less
costumes,
bands.
it's masqueraders, it's pan, it's that. So
Exactly.
in that
And you
way
get
it's
that
the
sort of
The
that
same spirit.
sense
You get the
of-
spirit.
Now the energy go be pumped at some point. You
I'm
don't even know
glad
that.
you know it.
I had always feeling it, and I wasn't even in Miami.
I was
saw
trying
three
to.
men doing that thing, and I was getting hyped.
the
I'm not
push-ups
talking
is
about
what I
hype.
do.
I'm talking about the spirit of the thing.
And that's
No,
where
I think you'll get it
you get it
sometimes.
once you have Caribbean people congregating. When you go to, I know I realize I have a serious bias in the sense of most of my footage had at least 1 or 2 Trinidad flags in it.
And that's fair.
Because there's a lot of Trinidadians there, period. But the amount of other flags from the Caribbean that you see, the amount of people who are...
I saw my black, green, and gold.
That's what I'm saying, representing their heritage. If their neighbor, sister, cousin is West Indian, they all of a sudden wearing the flags. I spoke to a guy wearing a Grenada flag big on his hand. I said, what part of Grenada are your family from? And he's like, oh, that's my grandparents, but I never met them.
You see?
So they
No, you
hold
have
on
that
to
too.
it and have a sense
have
of
that.
pride and put that into the revelry, and that in itself just spreads, unfortunately, like COVID.
Listen, revelry anywhere, you will get a pulse. So say what you want, carnival. You see, because number one, you own it and you know it's yours, you're going to feel it. Whether it's in Miami, Nottingham, or Trinidad. You know it's yours. I don't care where the music play. You just feel
like,
it.
yes,
You
this is not
see,
Trinidad.
you know, we could get into a whole
Yeah,
lot
but it's
more
not the
different
location,
details.
though.
I don't think it's the location at all. I'm saying that Trinidad is still the mecca of the carnival. Like, we can't deny that.
I don't think that that's
right?
in any-
And no, I'm just saying that there's a different energy. Like, I've been to outside carnivals, and it's not the same spirit of the
Absolutely.
thing. People come for revelry and for debauchery, which is different from the spirit of carnival. Like, if you look at people on the road for carnival or
It's
Tuesday morning,
religious.
it's freedom.
Yes.
It is that release, that sense of release.
So
that-
this of to not necessarily the defense but just to add to what you're saying rather, I think there will always be a difference, not just because of location and all of those specifics, but particularly because freedom took precedence over spirit in this particular
Yes,
instance
yes.
because of the captivity that a lot of us are in. So
That coronavirus brought.
Yeah,
The
well, that's why I asked, because I imagine that whichever carnival happened the first would have been that one that said, "Oh my goodness, they let me out." You know, for good, bad,
That
or
was
ugly.
definitely the
For good,
vibe.
bad, or ugly, they let me out.
Yeah. So
That's
good morning
definitely
to our
the vibe.
Grenadian brothers and sisters, the jab day.
Oh boy.
Now they had a real good let out time.
They
Well,
knew,
they
they
let
came
themselves
out.
out.
I'm not
They let
going to say,
themselves out.
because they fully went around bridges and river. They were phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a beautiful experience to again have those freedoms and be amongst
What
people
you have to
of the
lose,
Caribbean.
that Grenada Carnival this year and even Miami Carnival, people going to go down and say it's one of the best carnivals they've ever had because the mindset.
Every carnival
That
is
has-
the best carnival of the ever
No, it's
had.
not that. The mindset now is an appreciation
Yeah.
for what you never appreciated before. Just that mind frame that COVID put you in. Listen, I long for physical touch. I'll be walking and touching everybody nowadays, you know. Like, hi.
Any times that you can.
Yes, me who
But
used
yes.
to be like, yeah, walk on.
Totally
No,
understand.
these days it's like, oh, I
Hugs.
just want to hug you.
I think it was
I
the
long
same
for physical
sentiment
contact.
amongst our soca artists as well, because of course some of them actually came up later, like
Yeah.
Destra came up later, a few and the greetings generally was so
Hugging.
emphatic.
I'm telling you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
All right, guys. So we continue to celebrate our culture, and we do so here well, every day, but specifically on Fridays in the month of October, because it's Calypso History Month. And today we're going to give away another one of Nasa Khan's books celebrating Trinidad and Tobago's culture and the arts. You can see that's the cover of the book itself, and of course inside the book The book is actually a literacy initiative, research written and produced and distributed to all schools, libraries, and other deserving institutions. Okay. The book was sponsored by First Citizens and Shell Trinidad in collaboration with the Ministries of Education and Culture at the time. The book is about 336 pages, and the Minister of Education, the Minister of Culture and the Arts, they all put forwards in there.
Nice.
And it's designed for use as a reference text by local author Nasser Khan. It's one of his 22 publications.
Thank you. That's what I was about to say, that this man from Laventil who just made his entire life about Trinidad and Tobago should be celebrated and should be thanked. And I'm hoping that at some point we get to see it, and we don't wait until he closes his eyes and we're trying to scan.
Well, ironically, I actually have Nasser Khan on my show, my Saturday brunch tomorrow morning on Talk City 91.1 FM. So you guys tune in to that.
Give him his flowers.
Tune into that around 10 a.m. in the morning tomorrow morning.
It and give him his flowers.
Yeah,
because the thing is, we take these things for granted and these people for granted that we're always going to have somebody around who is going to be. It's like the man with the how much 1,000 records of
7,000,
music.
yeah, George Mirage.
We take these people
was just
for
yesterday
granted.
Or day before, I believe. Happy belated birthday, George Mirage.
Yeah,
and as we're saying birthdays, guys, I don't mean to divert from
No, we're not doing birthdays yet. We're not doing birthdays yet.
Fine.
I have birthdays too, so we're going to do that just now. Before we do the birthdays, we want to give away this book. I want you guys to give us a call, 622-4010. The simple question this morning.
Who?
The answers are on page 230 and 231 in the book.
If you have a book, you get through.
If you have a book, you get through, but then you shouldn't be calling if you have a book. But if you appreciate our culture and our legacy and our history, tell me who are the two monarchs who have won the Power Soca and Chutney Soca titles 7 times each.
Who are the two monarchs who have won the Power Soca and Chutney Soca titles 7 times
It's two different people?
Two different people.
Two
One the Power...
I will go look, I go guess.
One has won the Power Soca monarch 7 times, and one has won the Chutney Soca monarch 7 times.
Somebody has won the Chutney 7 times?
Yes. Yes. Give us a call if you know who those two people are.
Can I buy a vowel?
Of course, we don't have that person on the show.
622-4010.
We can fix that.
We should.
We've never had that person. I think we've had that person on the show before. Maybe not since you here.
Not since
I've been here.
Not since you've been here.
We should fix that.
Yeah, we can. But give us a call, 622-4010. And we have a book to give away courtesy Nasser Khan, celebrating Trinidad and Tobago's culture and the arts. You can learn a bit more about your history, your heritage, and celebrate. You want to take a guess, Ayanka? You didn't look at the answer, right? No, you didn't see it there.
I don't know the answers.
You don't know the answers? You can't take a guess?
622-4010. I'm here searching for the answer myself.
I mean, like,
no, don't look for take a guess. And you want to always pay your mouth. You want to pay your mouth in weekend. So right through.
I was right. Okay.
7 Power Soca.
You know what? Funny, Anka don't give me the answer page. Anka so fed up.
I did actually. It's on the other side. Oh. You want to fight the artist? I don't understand. But I have a. We have.
Oh!
And we have a caller on the line.
Yes.
A morning caller.
Morning.
Where you calling from?
The West.
The West. That is a nice place to call from.
Roping Wester, we're happy to have you here.
Tell us who are the two monarchs who have won the Power Soca and the Chutney Soca titles 7 times each.
It has to be probably Super Blue for the Power Soca. And then for the Chutney is Ricky Jai.
Wow.
That is performance, sir. Congratulations.
Was that a guess or Google? Tell the truth.
Yeah, guess or Google.
Gone.
None.
It was not guess or Google, you know.
You knew.
I like that
Was
energy.
that? No, I don't.
I like that energy, though. You are absolutely correct.
All right, stay on the line. They would have taken
they would have taken this information before.
All right,
so
thank
congratulations
you very much,
to you,
congratulations to you.
We will contact you and let you know how to collect the book or when to come and collect the book. You just won yourself a copy of Nasser Khan celebrating Trinidad and Tobago culture and the arts. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, Super Blue has won the Power Soca Monarch 7 times, and Ricky Jai has won the Chutney Soca Monarch 7 times as well. We have 2 more Fridays to go in the month of October, which means 2 more books to give away. So you guys have the opportunity to call in next Friday and win.
Fantastic Friday.
That would have been the most recent time that he won it.
Friday, mash up the place. Friday,
front and face. Friday,
Friday, the bouncing star,
the bouncing star. Hey,
we did actually have him on.
Hallelujah.
And on that note, guys, remember, as Rocker said, we have 2 more books to give away. So that's 2 more Fridays to know your history, know your culture, and celebrate with us all Calypso History Month.
And when we come back, we expect your phone calls again because we have Who Sing That coming up still. We also have a performance from Brother Mudada as we celebrate Calypso History Month. So stay tuned. It's Friday. Let me mash up the place. Let me go.
Good.
What and go them? What and go them? Lord, I pray and I pray for a day like today, bright and shining, super glory. Everyone.
Show celebrates Calypso History Month every Friday in October. So you think you know Kaiso? Join us for Who Sing That? The call-in segment where we give you a Kaiso quote from popular Calypso and you tell us who sang it. Show us how much Kaiso you know. Call us on now every Friday in October and tell us who sang that.